Hey guys, I'm RDiK, OLDSCHOOLDUELIST, however you want to call me, and this is my deck profile of this amazing deck I like to call Smokescreen Exodia. But yeah, so to carry on with the deck, this is the Smokescreen Exodia deck, which means that the side deck is a full 15 card side deck, and it's a lot of fun. Obviously, if you're playing Smokescreen Exodia, you need all 5 pieces of Exodia, so that's it. You just all 5 pieces of Exodia, you win right there. If you guys don't know what Exodia is or what does Exodia do and what's so good about them, if you have all 5 pieces in your hand, then you reveal them and you win the duel, and that's legit it. So, eat dicks. Now, moving on to the to actual cards in the deck, you play 3 card D because this card is just insane draw power. Just normal summon, set your cards, main phase, tribute, and turn. Draw 2. 2 Scarecrow because you need to stop you need to stop attacks because you will play this deck almost monsterless. Another card you need to play is 1 Sangan because Sangan's important. Yes, it's at 3, but you know you'll see later why I only play 1. Sangan just to search out your pieces. If you have other cards face down to stop attacks, you can search out the Scarecrow. If you need to stall, turn, and the last monster in the deck is Legendary Exodia Incarnate. This is a big beat stick of the deck. You can get him pretty fucking big, but very rarely will you get him really big. He's only in the deck to stall time and to cause more draw power, because his effect is every piece of Exodia, or for every piece in the graveyard of Exodia, he gains 1,000 attack points. Very rarely will there be more than just 1 or 2. During end phase, you target one card, or you add 1 piece back to hand from graveyard. And when this card is destroyed by battle, also it's unaffected by card effects, so it's a towers. And the only way to destroy it is by battle. When it's destroyed by battle, you reveal however many pieces in your hand, and draw that many cards. So he's just draw power. That's all he is: stall time and draw power. Moving on to the spells. You play 2 Pot of Duality because Duality, playing at 3, yeah, the only special summon you do is the Incarnate, but playing 2 Duality is just all you really need because you can only activate 1 per turn. So I dropped a card. Then we play 1 Upstart because you need to play 1 Upstart, and 1 Day of Peace because it actually helps you and stalls time. This card will, when activated, each draws 1 card, and no damage is dealt till the end of your opponent's turn. That is effect damage, so Trickstars can go fuck themselves. Moving on to the traps, which is the heart and soul of the deck. We play 3 Hope for Escape because Hope for Escape is just amazing. It's just, I love it. I love Hope for Escape. This card is kind of like your heart and soul of the deck, and your biggest draw power, because this deck is the main deck is life point based. You can only activate this card if your life points, or if your opponent's life points are 1,000 higher than yours. Pay 1,000 life points, and then for every 2,000 difference, you could draw 1 card. This card's awesome. I fucking love it. Only because this deck's all about giving your opponent life points. That's really about it. Next card is 3 Try and Guess. 3 Try and Guess is awesome. You activate this card, declare one extra deck type card, XYZ, Fusion, or Synchro. Then both you and your opponent reveal your extra deck. Whoever has more gains 2,000 life points. You can use this as a defensive tactic, or you can use it as a draw power tactic. Gives you play a full 15 card Fusion extra deck, so it's always going to be lit. So yeah, this big card, like I said, you use a defensive tactic. You can declare Fusion, give yourself 3k, prolong the duel, and if for some reason you go into sudden death, you could just say Fusion, end your turn, call it a day. Next card you play is 3 Accumulated Fortune. Accumulated Fortune is awesome. It's just more draw power because you can actually cause a Chain-Link 4 or higher by yourself alone. This card can only be activated Chain-Link 4 or higher with no doubles, which means you could, which means you can't activate 2 Trying Guests and 1 Chain Link. Has to be all separate different cards. You can use this card, the ruling, just as like, what is it? Just like Link Fuse or Link Summoning, which means you can chain one and then chain another. Once you've achieved chain link 4 or higher, you can chain link 4, or chain link 5, and get 4 draws off. That is perfectly legal. Next card you play is Reckless Greed. You gotta play 3 of them. More draw power. This deck's all about draw power. That's all Exodia is. Stall and draw. Stall and draw. That's it. Then you play you play 3 Wabaku because you need to stall for game. If for some reason you do have Sangan or you're incarnate on field, you can prolong his life. So yeah. And then you play 2 Threatening Roar. Like I said, you need to prolong this duel as much as you can. Oh no, I just dropped like the rest of the deck. Ah, shit. We're all good. Then you play 2 of our Jar of Avarice, as you saw before. But you play 2 Jar of Avarice, just to go back and search for more cards, plus more draw power. The reason why I'm playing 2 is, 1 is good enough. If you only have 1, then that's perfect, then only play 1. But if you have 2, then play 2. The reason why I play 2 is you can always have 1 in loop, which means this could always be one of your 5 cards you need. So you always have a Jar of Avarice live. And then another thing is, this can also bring back like your little draw power, like your Reckless Greeds, your Try and Guess if you need life, your Wabakus, and everything like that to stop attacks. Next card you're playing is Imperial Iron Wall, because you need to stop your pieces from getting banished because it is your win condition. And last but not least, 2 Obliterate. This card is really awesome. It does 2 things. It spins cards, or compulses them, whatever. All you gotta do is target 1 card on the field. That is your cost, so that's where Chain would start, just so you guys know. Then you send 1 Forbidden one or Exodia, right? Send 1 Forbidden monster or Exodia card from your deck to the graveyard or hand. You could also do hand. Hand or deck to the graveyard, and then compulse it. Compulse that monster back to the hand. And then, as another effect, when this card is destroyed by card effect and sent from field to graveyard, then you get to add a Exodia or Forbidden Wood card in the graveyard and add it back to hand. So, this is really good. Only thing is you activate 1 effect per turn. So, you kind of have to be pretty picky. And that's it for the main deck. Moving on to, like I said, you have a full 15 card side deck, or extra deck. Full 15 card fusion extra deck. And then the side deck is the Smokescreen, which when you Smokescreen, you make this guy really big. Because it'll be funny, because when people actually have something to side deck against you, like Droll and Lock or mistakes and stuff like that, that's where this guy comes in handy, and people will just be like, well, they're just going to go looking for Exodia, so let's just stop them from searching. Okay, I'll just drop one of my 3 big guys on you. So you want to play 2 in the side deck, because he's just a giant beat stick, and I don't know how many times I've just punched for game with it. Then you play 2 Armageddon Knight, and it's pretty funny. This card's really good because you can just send your pieces, so it's even better. Legit, just normal summon. Does suck because it does use normal summon. The way to summon this guy, by the way, is you normal summon 1 of the pieces, tribute it, and special summon him on the field, and that's it. But so this guy will just make him bigger. Another thing is you play 2 Sangan in the side deck. This is why I only play 1 in the main deck. Sangan is really important to play in the side deck in this build when you do Smokescreen him, because then you could use this to search out your pieces, either to send a graveyard or for your normal summon. Next card you want to play, last monster, is 1 Curry Bandit, because Curry Bandit's awesome because you can use this card, normal summon it, send it to graveyard on end phase, you tribute this on end phase, tribute this card, and then mill the top 5 cards. and you can add one spell trap that was milled to the graveyard, or from the graveyard to your hand. That's it for the monsters in the side deck. Moving on to the spells. Now you play 3 hand destruction because it's really good, because this is how you dump your pieces from hand to graveyard, plus you get some draws off. So yeah, that draw unlock is going to be bad, or is going to be at least live for that, but it allows you to at least send. 2, Dark Factory and Mass Production, because every once in a while you could just use this card and use Incarnate to drop for game, because this card allows you to add 2 normal monsters from graveyard to hand. So then you can use this, since its effect, it adds a piece from graveyard to hand. Add the effect monster, or add the head, add the pieces, or add the arm and legs, and then you can drop for game. And then you play 2 Dark Hole Dealings because you want to draw. Because you want to send pieces and draw. 1 Obliterate, and the third and final one to round out the deck. And yeah, I already explained what Obliterate does. It's really key in the deck. It always, once you have one piece on, 1 Incarnate on field, this card will definitely keep your monster at 5k. Definitely, what I would suggest, in my personal opinion, only if you're gonna not drop him at 5k, or like summon him at 5k, summon him at 3k. At least then they have to do a little extra work to get a big 3, or get something that's bigger than 3k. In my personal opinion, I usually stall out the game till I can drop him at 3k, or at 5k, and then use this to keep him at 5k, because it is awesome. I love it. So yeah, that's it for the deck, for the Smokescreen deck. Yeah. So let me before I end the deck, or end it, I'm just gonna quickly tell you what 15 cards you're taking out of the main deck to play the take out 1 Imperial Iron Wall, taking out your 2 Threatening Roars. Then you're taking out the triple Reckless Greed, triple Accumulated Fortune, triple Try and Guess, and triple Try and Get, or Hope for Escape. If you want your Smokescreen into the big guy, then yeah, this is what you take out. You take out the Trap Card engine and throw in this engine, and it's just completely changes the deck, because the rest of the deck goes well with it. So yeah, that's it for the deck. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can use any 15 fusion monsters, by the way. I just grabbed LR Heroes because I wanted to mess with my opponent and be like, and just like when I sit down, put that face up and fuck with him. But yeah, that's it for the deck. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my other videos, and thank you, and have a wonderful, beautiful night, day, thing, or whatever.
Thank you.